What Iran just promised the US after Khamenei's funeral will leave Washington deeply unsettled. Raw footage from Tehran's parliament is raising fresh alarm. Iran's parliament erupted with chilling revenge chants, sending an unmistakable message to America and Israel in the aftermath of Khamenei's funeral. In a dramatic blood oath, Iranian lawmakers repeatedly declared, "We are ready," signaling their resolve for revenge against the United States. Revenge. Revenge echoed across Iran's parliament as lawmakers delivered an ominous warning aimed directly at Donald Trump and Israel. Days after Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's funeral, emotions remain at a boiling point as growing numbers of Iranians continue demanding revenge against America and Israel. Iranian lawmakers have once again renewed their calls for retaliation, vowing that the killing of late Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei will not go unanswered. Inside Iran's parliament on July 13th, thunderous chants of death to America echoed across the chamber as lawmakers delivered a defiant message. Iran's Deputy Speaker Hamid Reza Hajibabari led the emotional session, urging lawmakers to stand united behind calls for revenge against Iran's enemies. Several Iranian lawmakers also pledged to sacrifice their own lives if necessary, declaring their readiness to avenge the killing of Ali Khamenei.
نمایندگان مجلس شورای اسلامی با پیامشون با رهبر عزیز پیمان می‌بندند. مرگ بر آمریکا، مرگ بر آمریکا، مرگ بر آمریکا، مرگ بر آمریکا، مرگ بر آمریکا. آمریکا. آقا علی خزایی انتقام. بیای برسد، بیای برسد. انتقام. 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 مرگ بر آمریکا. انتقام. انتقام. ای رهبر آزاده آماده آماده ای رهبر آزاده آماده آماده ای رهبر
This came even as US President Donald Trump once again turned his attention toward Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, with fresh remarks. On July 13th, Trump made the startling claim that Mojtaba Khamenei was 90% gone, triggering another wave of reactions inside Iran. Following that statement, Trump went on to describe the Iranian leadership as stone-cold crazy, sharply escalating his rhetoric against Tehran. Trump further insisted that Iran was still seeking a deal, while also suggesting that America's Gulf allies should reimburse Washington for its protection.
Make sure that Iran has agreed to a deal and then walked away from it. Have you reached the conclusion that a negotiated settlement won't be able to happen?
No, I never reached that conclusion, but we're hitting them very heavy tonight, as you know. We're hitting them, we have tremendous amounts of ammunition. We have numbers that we haven't had in years, and we're hitting them very hard, and it'll continue, and we'll see what happens, but we're knocking out all of their offensive capability, and we're controlling the straits. We're putting the blockade back. And it's a blockade not for anybody but Iran. In other words, anybody doing business with Iran can't go through. Everyone else will be able to go through. So it's a blockade. It's a very strong blockade. The blockade was probably more effective even than hitting them, but I think the combination is the thing that really does it.
But you think a deal is still possible? You think they'll return to that?
Yeah, I think a deal is possible, sure, I do.
But, Mr. President, you noted the United States is bombing Iran again. I mean, you've been bombing Iran for months now. Is this just the new normal for the American people?
No, well, you know, we're in Vietnam for 19 years. We're here for 4 months. So I think we've done a lot. We've knocked out their Navy in a period of 1 month. We knocked out their Air Force. Their Air Force is non-existent. We knocked out most of their missiles, most of their drones. We knocked out their drone manufacturing capability, about 92%. Their missile capability for manufacturing, we knocked out 89%. And they have a little capability, but they don't have any capability for us. This is almost a military skirmish. Now, with all of that being said, you have to get people that want to make something. We had a deal with them 2 days ago, and then they said, oh, we can't make that deal. We have to negotiate it further. And this is what they've done for 47 years. The difference is nobody negotiated like I do. And this should have been done by Bush and Obama and Biden and people before them, frankly. It's 47 years they've been ripping off everybody and really hurting and killing thousands of people. So they killed 52,000 protesters, but they killed many, many people with Soleimani, who I killed in the first term. Soleimani killed many people, many people, and not only killed, when you see a young former soldier walking around with no legs, no arms, a face that's been horribly hurt, that was done by Iran. That was done by Soleimani. He was a person that was very evil. He was an evil genius. He was looking to take out a lot of our military installations in Iraq and Iran, and I got him before he got us. So we have to do what we're doing, and the strait is open. It will be open. We've cut down their capability very substantially, but they're going to fight for a while. Our military has done a fantastic job, and the bottom line, though, and I say it to everybody, and I say it as much as they want to listen, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. If we didn't bomb them with the B-2 bombers, that plane right there, if we didn't bomb them, they would have had a nuclear weapon long ago. Within 1 month from the day we bombed them, they would have had, if we didn't do it, they would have had a nuclear weapon. If they had a nuclear weapon, Israel would no longer be with us. The Middle East probably would no longer be with us, because you saw they sent missiles to 5 different countries that never even knew they were involved, because they're stone cold crazy. They are crazy. And we're not going to put it up. Yeah, I want to be reimbursed because we're protecting a very rich portion of the world. We're spending money. And so what we've done is we are going to be reimbursed for protection. We're protecting by the countries that we're helping. For instance, you look at the 5 countries. You have Saudi Arabia, you have UAE, you have Qatar, or Qatar as I always say, you have Qatar, Bahrain, and by the way, you have others. You have Kuwait, and you have others, and they will do very well. But we think it's appropriate that we don't need them. We have more oil than any other country in the world. When you add Venezuela, which has been amazing, which has tremendous amounts of oil that we control, when you add Venezuela and everything else, we have more than 50% of the world's supply. We don't need it, but we need it from the standpoint of protecting allies, et cetera, including Israel, including Saudi Arabia, including Qatar, including UAE. We're protecting all of them, and we've done a very effective job. So 4 months ago, these people had military that was very strong, by far the strongest probably in the Middle East. They were called the bully of the Middle East. Now they don't have a Navy. They have 159 ships underwater. They had a total of 159 ships. Now every one of them is underwater. They had 230 airplanes, attack planes. They're all gone. They're gone. They had tremendous radar. It's all gone. They had tremendous anti-aircraft. It's all gone. Sadly, their leadership is all gone. They had their first-tier leaders are all dead. Their second-tier leaders are all dead. Their third-tier leaders, who we're dealing with, more or less, some of them are already gone. And then you read fake news like your network, CNN, which is fake news. You read them, you have them say, well, actually, aren't they doing quite well? Let me just tell you, they have now inflation of over 300%. 4 months ago, they had inflation of 5%. Now they're at over 300, could be 350%. They made a deal, they broke it, probably 10 times. And they killed a lot of people. They killed our people. But the protesters, what they've done to the protesters, 52,000. Have you ever seen any of the burial lots where they're burying the protesters? They killed 52,000 protesters, and on my watch, they can't do any of that. So we have them in a position that they don't have any military. There's not a thing they can do about it. All they have is fake news, because they have the fake news, would rather see us lose the war than win the war, which is really treasonous, in a certain way. So we're doing another very major attack tonight. They want to make a deal. They came back. We made a deal 2 days ago, and they want to make a deal. They've been negotiating for 47 years, but nobody's ever hit them militarily. We're hitting them very hard.